Brendan Reeves' Asia Pacific campaign got off to a brilliant start at the first round of the Pacific Cup, the Rally Whangarei. Finishing second overall in APRC and first in the Pacific Cup, the young Australian was full of confidence heading into the second round, his home event, the Rally of Queensland.
In New Zealand was such a good result. It's great to be at a home rally in my own car, feel comfortable in the left-hand drive, so really looking forward to the weekend.
These roads are completely different from New Zealand. They're fast, but a lot slipperier.
Yeah, very slippery on recce, really narrow, no room for error, lots of crest, no camber, so totally different. It's going to be a really challenging event and we just want to get to the end.
Held on the beautiful Sunshine Coast, 120 kilometres north of Brisbane, Reeves, with APRC wildcard status, immediately starts setting top 5 times, battling for the lead with the MRF Mitsubishis of Gill and Taguchi, the similar car of fellow Australian Glenn Raymond, and the very fast and nimble Proton S2000 cars of Alistair McRae and Chris Atkinson. The pace at the top is very fast, and although the roads are drying, under the trees there's still plenty of mud left from 2 days of rain prior to the event.
100, dip, then 8 left cut, brow, 9 right, 30, 9 left, flying finish.
The Kandanga stage is a mixture of shire and forestry roads, and it's on this stage that Reeves gets a puncture, losing over a minute and a half to the leaders and dropping to 6th place. On stage 7, Reeves is second fastest as he attempts to get back up the leaderboard. Then there's drama on stage 8 when Atkinson retires after his Proton drowns in a ford. We catch up with Brendan at the end of the stage.
Eventful afternoon.
Yeah, sure has. We're a little bit off the pace this morning, but we're having a good run this arvo. So Chris stopped us there at the water splash. We all had to come to a dead stop. He was blocking the road. So we just drove through to the end, and hopefully we can set some good times this afternoon.
You feel you're a bit off the pace, you say, this morning?
Yeah, this morning we were a bit slow from what we would have liked to have been, but we picked it up the first stage after service. We lowered the front a little bit and made it turn in better, and we got second on that stage, but now we had to drive through that one, so we'll see how we go the next 2. Thanks, mate.
With stages repeated in the afternoon, it's all about catch-up, and by the end of day service, Reeves, with sister Rhiannon co-driving, haul their Subaru back up to 4th place. The next day, the young Australian continues to push, and by SS13 is sitting in a podium position, 3rd overall and looking good for a great finish. But then that great result turns into a DNF, when suddenly the rear differential fails and the team is forced into retirement.
Brendan, disappointment this afternoon?
Yeah, it sure was. We did the front LSD on stage 3 of today. It was about 6 k's from the end, just drove through the finish. Thought it might have been a drive shaft, but got to the end and checked, and the diff was broken, so we just made it back to service. The boys come and picked us up. Bit of a disappointment, but now it's looking forward to New Caledonia and getting the car ready for that.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting in the Pacific Cup points at the moment, with really nobody finishing here.
Yeah, exactly. Brian Green was out yesterday. John Louis, myself and Refat all out today, but Refat's Asian Pacific Cup for sure. But yeah, it's going to make things interesting going to New Cal. I think it's going to be a bit of battle, and John Louis being his home event, it's going to be interesting.
The Rally of New Caledonia is the final round of the APRC's 2010 Pacific Cup and starts on Friday the 22nd of August, with new roads this year to challenge the drivers.